So this is the cutaway version of the vanishing point. It shows starting at the top the plunger that activates the nib. And you can see the spring that retracts it when you're ready to retract. And then the coolest part to me is the trap door that opens that allows the nib to come out. And then it closes behind it. And so that's how the vanishing point works.
I love that so much. Thank you.
I get your table.
I know, like in the 823, we have a clear one, but you don't have the.
That's such a big pen. God.
Good. They always have like a red right, yeah.
Thank you so much. Can I pick that one up to?
You know, some had.
How long does it take to do something like make one of these?
The big ones, at least 3 months. Don't blame on all. And usually only one artist can make the design. But they've probably been added.
How many do they make when they make them? Is it just like how limited are these? Like I don't even.
Like I can show you the video. They make 10.
The big ones for me are these. I love this kind of stuff. I think it's so nice.
That's our VS Mini. VS stands for Vintage Series. We have quite a few different models in the Vintage Series so far. It's not quite a pocket pen. It's just, we'll call it Mini.
It's just, yeah, the in between, right?
Right, and usually with a lot of smaller pens, you have to use the cartridges in them, but we have the little Kaweco Sport plunger converters in there, so you don't have to use a cartridge.
Have you messed at all with the the folding one?
I'm going to. I want to make a shorter version, so I'm going to try the folding one. You can take off another 30 millimeters off of the length of the pen if you do that.
There's 2 pens I have that didn't have converters before, like they had to be eyedropper. Well, they can use a converter now because that one came out.
It's
What's
just
the this is the
bigger.
podcast?
The podcast, yeah. Number one pen making podcast in the world right now.
Is it really?
Well, that's the only one. So, that helps.
I'm making one. I'll be number 2.
Being the only one so far helps a lot. So yeah, as the pen turns, we thought it'd be a great name.
Yeah, it's a good.
Harkening back to the old soap opera, because you know how drama goes around the pen world.
I'm gonna show off your ink too.
Yeah.
Go around here.
So we partnered with Anderillium on that one out of Tampa. Great company, great small company down there, family owned.
I've talked to him before. He's a really nice guy. I like him.
Yeah, Bert's super nice. The whole process with dealing was so easy. And they came up, I wanted a purple, and I said, I want it to be a different purple.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not super close to anyone that I've seen before. It's, it's a little more saturated than most of the purples I've seen out there. And I really like that color saturation on it.
Mm-hmm.
On swatch cards or on Rhodia, it's got a great green. Once it dries, it's got that green sheen to the edges a little bit. Once it dries, it's one of the cool kind of qualities about that one. It's fun. It's people have been interested so far in the show this year. That's really great.
Awesome. Is the best place to follow you your Instagram?
Instagram, yeah.
Instagram.
Easiest place to get in touch with me.
Is
most
it on
of the time.
Was it on here? Yeah.
I think so.
At Mythics, yeah, I see it. Best place to follow right there.
Instagram just kind of took over for that.
It's like people have to love this material every time you get to use it.
These two and that one are probably the most out of this group down here that have been picked up and looked at today. They the bodies are made out of some materials that they're not making anymore. They're made in the 1930s, 1940s. And I'll take it just
I seen them.
yeah, and it will fit in there. I mean, fully extended, it still fits. The finial is recessed, so it fits down in there, and it'll also fit the folding one that they just came out with. Yeah. I think it's about the same diameter. So
Working on anything new right now? I know you had that VS model. I don't know what number it is.
the VS3, we're still working on those. We had some stuff happening with work and family and all that. We had a little bit of slowdown making the clips for them because they're all made in house.
Okay.
And
On the clips on these two, or
these are produced clips. We get them other places, but that one is our first in-house made clip. And once we get everything worked out and get back on schedule, we're gonna start knocking some of those out.
It's exciting, my man.
And it's it's like a 16-piece pen. I mean, it's a lot of pieces and a lot of small work goes into that one. Just the clip was a five-piece clip, all hand cut and hand soldered. She does all that work. So, but yeah. And once we get back on track with those, we're gonna start knocking out some of those. We were seeing around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. I think is when we were seeing it might get kind of funky. It's not made anymore. Some one-off stuff from different makers here and there.
That's cool, man.
Do you
have a card?
Worldofpens.com. Someone by the name of Tim Crow poured this material that I used to love. Go ahead. Didn't sound like anything else I have. It's like bright colors. Actually, one there.
Look at that. And with the modern vintage, what kind of pens you like?
This one.
These are pens that I designed. You have the modern side. Are you more conservative in terms of color? Do you like bright stuff?
I think I tend to like bright colors.
Think about these are who?
This is Mondu.
I like the texture.
And you see it looks black. This pen is a waterman.
It's called the
So water doesn't discontinued.
No, we're Truffet, and we are located in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. Everything that you see that we bring to the shows, as well as everything in our store, is cataloged onto our website. So you can purchase all these things online as well as in the store, but we offer free shipping over $20, which is rare.
Really good. Like most of them are like over like 150 or 250 and stuff. That's great.
We try and keep it easy. We have a lot of ink in the store as well, over 1,500 colors and bottles. So we allow people to buy samples as small as 2 mils, 5 mils, and then the bottle.
I saw you had all the Fountain Pen Day stuff right there too. That's cool.
Well, I am Fountain Pen Day while you're recording.
Yeah.
So that's me. I've been on that project for going into our 14th year. So
It's awesome.
a lot of fun. We enjoy what we do.
Some of these are just crazy. These are.
Yeah, and then we have a lot of high-end pens as well. So
I'm with Ryan Krusak here, and these are his pens. This is him right here.
Hey, my name is Ryan Krusak. I started my company, Ryan Krusak Studios, in 2007, so I've been at this for a while. And my story is natural materials. I'm passionate about wood. I use woods from all over the world, some very common, some more rare, but if it's beautiful, I like to use it. In addition to the wooden models, I use a lot of stone. I use naturally shed moose antler, and I do some engraving work on the moose antler.
And we'll show that one in just a second.
And, you know, I do hand painting. So it's just like my story is of the arts. My background is in the arts. I have an art degree from the University of Georgia. And for me, this is a way to express my artistic side.
So cool. And then the best place to find you? Is it going to be?
Yeah, I'm online. The QR code, unfortunately, is not working. Long story there, but I won't go into that. But no, I'm on the web. I'm actually just coming off a sabbatical, so I've been very quiet for the last year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
You know, just we've been homeschooling our kids and wanted to finish out strong. My daughter's graduating this summer, so I just kind of pulled back and sold a few things online, but I'm doing shows again, or still, I kind of did a couple of shows in there, but I'm doing 5 shows this year, maybe 6. I just found out there's a show in New York in Midtown coming up in October, so I'm probably going to take space there.
Where are you located at?
I'm in LJ. I'm just up the road from Atlanta.
Okay.
And
are you going to do the Miami shows and the one in Florida's?
Probably not. I got to pick and choose which one. I was doing 12 a year up until COVID, and it was a big grind, and I've decided to kind of settle into the shows that I really enjoy doing the most, to where I can spend more time being creative. What I found was I got into a manufacturing rut to where it was just like, let's make pens for the next show.
Yeah.
And so I'm still kind of, I don't want to just ride the coattails of these designs that I've been doing for so long, and I want to offer more creativity. And I'd rather slow down and improve and add more creativity rather than just like volume.
Do you ever do collaborations with other people on pens or projects?
I have. I've done a collaboration with Lucky Star Pens. I've done a collaboration with master penman Jake Weidman.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done several of those things over the years. Yeah.
Website best way to reach you? Or do you have Instagram? Do you have
Facebook and Instagram both.
I was looking at these personally. I saw that and I was like, that's just so cool.
Watch parts are my favorite. They're just so different, so unique.
There's nothing like it, you know. No, I
Yeah.
don't see anyone doing anything like this. And behind there, is that like, is it abalone, mother?
So
of
some of them
pearls?
have abalone, some of them have a like a foil, and then the one black one's carbon fiber.
Black one. Oh, right here. Oh, yeah. Okay. How hard is it to work with carbon fiber?
So these pen blanks, like that comes in basically a carbon fiber tube. So we use a brass tube on the inside, so they just wrap the
Okay.
carbon fiber around the tube.
So it's not as hellish as I thought it
Yeah.
would be. But
I
yeah.
have a buddy that actually makes all the watch parts. He does a fantastic job at them. I'd rather pay him to do something he knows
The
how
hard
to do
work.
than trying to.
What about I see roll stops too and clips. Would you have a
Yep.
preference? What do you like better? I obviously probably logo.
I like a pen when that I want to carry to have a clip, but like if it's a desk pen, then
Roll
I
stop.
don't need a clip. Yeah, roll stop's fine.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been making pens since 2002.
I know I've seen your site because
Yeah.
I recognize these and no one's doing that. You know what I mean? So I know for a fact I've seen your stuff before.
Yeah.
I know I saw it was something and maybe a material like this that you did. Someone had it and I was
Okay.
like, what is that? And they had shown me your site. So I
Yeah.
know I've seen it.
So yeah, like that's Easter egg. That's perfect for the Easter season we're coming into. So we call that one that pastel-y colors.
Under the light too, it gets just so, I like that.
They're very subtle, but definitely can see the
How much
color.
of the blanks that you use are you making?
So I make most of my blanks. We sell our own line of pigments and glitters for blank makers. So like that's made with our solid color pigments.
Okay.
For that, we went from 24 to 52 different glitters that we're carrying. So I'm
Jesus.
trying to get pens made with each of the glitters. So that's our new ones we brought with us this weekend. We have the highlighter series, and then those are kind of like a ghost glitter that we're doing.
Where are you guys based at?
We're in Palm Bay, Florida, which is on the Space Coast, Cocoa Beach, Melbourne area. But we're getting ready to move back to Ohio here in about a month. So
Why the move?
my wife's dealing with some health issues,
okay,
and it's
okay.
closer to family and friends and stuff. So she's usually with me. She's the one that makes like the pen stands and everything.
That's like hidden sparkles in this one.
Yeah, we call that one's called Starry Night because it just looks like a dark night with the stars. So. But yeah, we do a little bit of all different materials. I love doing cordite. I don't have much cordite, which is tar paint. That's actually Corvette cordite from the Bowling Green plant. Very rare, very expensive material to work with.
Oh, I like that you did the band too, or the clip too.
Yeah, we did the Corvette logo on the center band and the finial cap.
It feels different too.
Yeah,
It's cool.
it's a different material, but we try to do. We develop our pens. If you look at a pen of ours, they use our sections different. So we have a couple different section shapes. So this is kind of that convex
Oh yeah.
version, which our Diventus model, which is our higher end, uses. But we do different than any of the other makers. We do our cap threads as part of our section. What that does is it eliminates anything. Most makers put them on a body,
Yeah.
so you get that thinner wall here at the body. That, as long as it's not like dropped at the point, it's not going to break, but it does create a much thinner, fragile point.
Okay.
I came up with this design when I started making pens, so that when you screw the section in the pen, there's no thin point, and it basically becomes one piece at that point.
What kind of converters are they? Standard
Just
international?
standard international. I
Okay.
use nothing but box 6 nibs.
Okay.
They come from Kirk from Penround. He pre-tunes them all
Tunes them?
for me.
Oh, that's helpful.
So they write fantastic. My wife keeps saying she's going to get me a shirt that just says smooth, because that every time somebody writes with one, that's all they
Super
say
nice.
is smooth. So,
That's nice.
I love the length of that.
What's the plan for 2025, 2026?
Once we get moved, we're coming out with a bigger model. So this is our new Fighties model. We haven't even really advertised it. It's a little bigger diameter. Basically same body style, but you can see it's a much bigger around.
Yeah.
But we'll be offering the box stainless number 8s in those.
Oh.
So I'll have a bigger
Is that the first
nib.
time you've had the number 8?
Yeah, that'll be the first time we'll be using the 8. So that's kind of the one plan. I really, until we get moved, I don't know what we're going to do too much. We'll still be doing shows.
I like it feels wider too. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, the section grip's definitely much wider. That's I get a lot of guys ask for the bigger section. But and you sandwich those in between, and then you just basically glue it all into a big block out of like the little bricks or whatever, and then that's
That coat looks really good.
Go over here and get some of these. Some pens, and then this is Bar with Zodiac Pens. Tell me about your stuff, my man.
Hey, I'm Bart, Zodiac Pens. I'm out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been doing pens for about 2 years. Formed Zodiac January of 2023.
Okay.
So this is my second year on the pen circuit. I tried to get some inspiration out of Zodiac sign for the model. So this is Pisces. It's pinched here to mimic the Zodiac symbol, and then the body shaped like a fish. It's been real popular. It's pretty recognizable as my pen.
When's Leo coming out?
Leo's coming out in Chicago. Get me on record. Leo will be out for the Chicago Pen Show.
This one's the Gemini.
No, Cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, because the bigger
Cancer's,
bodies.
my only clipped model that comes stock with a clip. It's probably my most popular by far.
Do you like making clips? Do you make these, or
no?
Do you like doing them?
I enjoy it.
What about this?
It was a little challenging getting started, learning how to do the flips. Just a couple more steps, but it was kind of intimidating to learn those steps. So some of like the part where the clip is only like 0.5 millimeters diameter, so you don't have a whole lot of room for error on the wall.
What about these down here? What's this? What are these ones?
That's a Virgo.
Virgo.
Yep. So Virgo is it's a smaller pen. It's my inspiration with that is it's the Virgin sign. I wanted it small and delicate, and it will post.
Okay.
So this is my posted model. Females that have small hands, leave it. If you have larger hands,
How hard is it to get to like make them post, like tolerances and stuff like that?
It's just it's not too hard. Usually what I do is I keep the cap by the lathe when I'm turning it, because I do all my pens by hand.
Okay.
So I'll just keep trying it until I get it to post where I want it to post. But that's my Taurus model.
The material on this one's so good.
That's Abalone X from Turk Pen. So for Taurus, I just wanted a boxy. I was thinking the bull, so I wanted a chunky, boxy, just a big pen.
I've seen a lot of people here today saying that they have resin from Turnt Pen. Like a lot of people are saying that.
Tim has gained a lot of popularity in the last 2 years, and I see it in my ability to get resins from him.
What's the pointed one?
That's my Sagittarius. So the symbol for Sagittarius is the arrow, the archer,
Okay.
and so that's
So your
why we put
point.
the pointed finials on it. It's a very popular model. Probably Cancer number 1, Pisces number 2, and then it's a toss up between Sagittarius and my Gemini.
That's funny.
So this was my March. I released it at Baltimore.
Okay.
But it was St. Patrick's Day themed. The green and white acrylic. I used the gold clip for like the pot of gold.
Yeah.
And they all have gold steel nibs
fine.
that would come with it. I made that one in 3 models. I did Cancer, Sagittarius, and there's a few Taurus. Sometimes the email on the website is like
Spotty.
It gets filtered to spam when I send back out. So I try to tell people Instagram is really the best. Or my cell number's also on there. Send me a text or whatever.
How often do you do like commission work?
Oh, pretty much that's all I do.
Oh, is it?
It's right for probably the past 7 months. It's all I seem to do is commissions and show prep.
What's your personal that you use?
So my pen that I use is Cancer.
Okay.
Tiger Lily Koi from Brooks. I have the benefit. This one's kind of rare, but I get to
Is
see
it one
them
of
first.
one? Is
Yeah,
it the only
I get to see
one?
them first, and this was one of the first pours that he did with it. It's got more gray in it than the ones now.
Yeah,
and the
doesn't
ones
it have
now
more
have more
orange?
Jinx.
Yeah.
And so I'm more partial to gray than orange. So when I saw this come through, I said, "Yeah, congratulations! I have a new pen."
The only one.
But I love it. And then in terms of not my materials, this is my go-to. It's 815.
Yeah. I did a video on the Pelican a while back. I did a giveaway on one. It was this video we did with Endless. Gave away the Sterling. Like it's super expensive, but we did this whole video for it, and it was like it's pretty funny. Like it got a lot of interaction, and some people that have seen me here have asked me if I'm the guy that stole the Pelican. And I'm like, okay.
Thank you for noticing.
This is one of my favorites. It's the special sauce.
Is that from Turnt as well? Yeah.
See the blue shimmery that you see in it. That's the special sauce. So it was a mica that's no longer being made, and he had a box of it, and
They were together.
so just like through it. Basically, it's a light papillon.
It almost looks a little green in here.
Yeah, it's like it depends on how you look at it. It's blue or green. But he put that in there, and that was the special sauce on that blank. And when he poured it all, that was it. So you can't get these anymore. So I'll hold on to that one.
You just want to make everybody jealous.
Yeah, and then I have a Gemini, just because I'm a Gemini, and that's in PM1 from Brooks.
Everybody's got a PM pen.
Yep.
Everybody has to have one.
And then, of course, I have to have a Pisces. So this was the actual first Pisces. You can see the difference, how it's evolved.
Oh yeah, it's a lot more slim here.
It took me a while to get that brave. I mean, there's not much room for error there with the converter. So this was the first one, and I made it for Orlando. That was where I released it. It's got the finial medallion.
Okay.
That says Orlando 2023. But yeah, so we've evolved, but it's still here's pretty much the same. It's just it's got a little more pinks and a little more prominent foot.
I'm sure that's scary to do that.
It is. Because even sanding, I mean, this stuff starts flexing. Acrylic, well, the resin, people don't realize once you start putting heat to it, it does get
so
pliable.
soft.
It gets pliable, so you have to be careful. I haven't blown up any lately, but it has happened.
Sure.
Just
What do you do with the remains at that point?
Usually I'll just toss it because I try to use every piece of the blank. and not take a piece of this blank and a piece of that blank and put it together, just to help the flow of the material.
It's kind of ignorant speaking here because I don't know, but do you do the body or the cap first?
Usually, I'll do the cap first.
Okay. Well, then if you do the cap and then the body bust, what do you?
Then, it depends.
Mix
If I
match?
find one that is a close match, I will. Usually, if anything happens, it's going to happen on the cap first.
Okay.
And then I've got this left over, and I can make a nip holder or, do something else
Okay.
with the scrap. I have more failures on the section
grip.
than anything because,
Is it the thinnest spot probably? Why?
You just got a lot. You have so much going on with it because you're drilling out the bite for the converter to go in. You've got the threads going into the body, and then you've got the threads on the front for the nib to screw in. So you just have so much going on with it. They tend to snap at this shoulder. And if they fail, that's where they fail.
Are people trying to eye drop for your pens?
I have people that do eye drop.
Okay.
And they've not had any leaks. So
I get asked on videos, and people like that. I don't. That's just not me.
So in terms of future models, Aquarius, when it comes out, will be an eye drop.
Okay. Only.
And you can put a converter in it, but it's going to be clear.
Okay.
So you'll have an ink with it, and that's the inspiration is the water. You'll be able to see that ink will be the water level. That'd probably be maybe early next year.
Okay.
I'll release it.
You're gonna have to do. You know how I forget who it is. It might be Colorverse. They have the Zodiac inks though. You can match them up, man. So that's funny.
Yeah, I've seen those. And you never know. I may come out with my own ink line.
What happens when you finish all the Zodiac signs? You're gonna go Chinese New Year?
No, I don't know where I'll go. I mean, no other pen maker has 12 models.
Sure.
Most pen makers maybe have 4 or 5 tops. Most usually have like 3. So, the fact right now I've got 9, only 8 on the table. I've sold out a Scorpio, but I've got 9 models in production. And, all of them are pretty much different. So, it's a lot to keep up with. That I don't know what I'll do after 12. But there is a 13th Zodiac.
Okay.
So in the ancient calendars, everything was based on a 28-day cycle, which is the moon cycle. It's 28 days. So if you take 365 divided by 28, you get 13.
Mm-hmm.
They've manipulated the calendar, and we've got 31 days and 30 days, and over the course of the year it eats up that 13th sign. But there is a 13th, so
it's gonna be your special release.
That will be a sneaky special release at some point.
Yeah. If you look at that under a nice light.
Okay, 7 seconds. Okay. And spin. So you just give it just like a back filler.
Opal Rex, Opal.
Versions of his classic. If you find one of those, that would be a pen for me.
No problem. Just, I guess, tell me about everything you got going on.
So this is on my right is my roulette system. Basically, this is what kicked everything off, is trying to come up with a very stable base for using your ink samples. Obviously, the bigger the base, the more space it takes up, but the more stable it is. So why not use that space and hold more ink samples, keep them out of a bag, spin them around, have some fun. If you have a shimmery ink, that helps with that as well. But basically, you can take this out, put your ink sample in, fill it up, catch any drops if you want to. From that idea, I expanded it to fountain pens with the fountain pen roulette. It still spins just like you would love it. Felt lined all the way around, so no hard surfaces on your pen, including the bottom. There's a felt pad at the bottom. You can mix and match colors if you get multiple of them. So go from gold and red and gold, mix them how you want. They all have a non-slip foam on the bottom. They have this system here where if you do get multiple, you can have them in a base like that. Put that on your shelf, bring it down to your desk, have all of them that you want. Color coordinate your inks if you would like to do that as well. Double shot, triple shot bases. Also, this year, expanding into your third hand, basically. So while you fill up, this will hold the pen for you, or hold the ink for you, while you have both hands on your pen. So it's completely adaptable. Ink samples, all the way up to bigger square bottles, round bottles, rectangular bottles, anything you can throw at it. The magic is right here. You pull this back out, turn this to match the shape of the bottle, and then just push it back down. Smaller bottle, if this is in front, take it out. If you have a bigger bottle, turn it around. And you have more space like that. So that would be for like this Parker Penman or Private Reserve, Edelstein. You see this rectangular bottle right here. Turn it so you use this flat surface and it holds it down at an angle.
The fact that it's tilted is so nice.
It's tilted, so you get that last little bit of ink on it. So you can see you go from kind of like that to that, and especially in this corner, you get a lot deeper in there, so you can get that much more ink into your pen. It has a sponge, so you keep your sponge wet. Wipe the nib off when you're done. This part does come out, and you can put this on your desk. Everything has foam on the bottom, so it won't slip around on you. If you have a very tall bottle, like a Robert Oster, they're tall, they're thin, they're not very stable, put that in there, clamp it down, and then you have some more stability, a little bit of extra insurance so it won't tip over on you while you're filling up. It's one big happy family. You can put your ink sample roulette in there, still spins. Fill up with your ink samples.
What about these things right here?
So these are pen pals. Just a fun little idea. These are all little nibs on the chain. They have positive affirmations on them. You could put them on your pen while you write and they jangle around. If you have a down day, you just get a message saying you're awesome or you're loved or don't worry, be happy. How I like to have the ink station on my desk with the fountain pen roulette system. It easily slides in and out, no problem. If you have a hard starting pen, you can just wipe the nib with the wet sponge and you're writing again. Engineer3d.com.
Do you do a lot of YouTube videos?
Not a lot. Mainly it's going to be product demonstration, I think.
Okay.
So you can help figure that out. I think this might be interesting, hopefully for people. I have a video coming out kind of walking through the development process of the ink station.
How you made it.
So from the original concept, all the different iterations.
The bad samples.
There's plenty of things that didn't work. A couple of different directions that I went in the development process, but in the end, came up with this great system that I'm really proud of and happy to launch. A lot of people seem to like the idea.
Are these all the colors they come in?
So there's more colors. This is what I have left at the show.
Okay.
Basically, you can get them in any color that you see here. I have, I think, every color on display. And the ink samples and the fountain pen roulette. I also did expand to the art collection up here. So I have for crayons, markers, and color pencils. The crayons and color pencils hold 25, and the markers are 8. And they spin around, they're fully compatible. They have the same locking system in there, so you can put them on your base. 3-inch diameter, holds 25 pencils, so if you are an artist, you don't have to have these huge binders, color pencils, taking up your entire desk space.
How'd you do your logo? Did you have other iterations of that too?
Last year I had one that's a little bit more, like some extra gears, it's a little more complicated. I simplified it this year. Basically I drew it in CAD, and then I just took the stamp of that and put it on.
So I'm with, is it Crusac? I don't want to say it wrong.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
Thank
Ryan
God.
Crusac Studios. Yeah.